Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we are playing some Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai, which is very refreshing. Also, this battle is already underway. I can see some cannonballs coming in slow motion, hitting this player's artillery. Unfortunately, he made the mistake of not unlimbering his artillery. There he goes. He's going to try to bombard back. So yeah, Fall of the Samurai. I'm really excited. It's very refreshing, and a lot of you guys requested to see some battles of Shogun 2, so here we are, guys. I am no expert by any means in this game. Now, I can tell you some tactics. I know a little bit about the tactics, but you know, unit detail about how good the units are, I have no idea. So it's gonna be fun to learn over time, and we are gonna pause this because these battles are so damn fast. Now, if you guys have any cool replays, don't be afraid to email them my way. You know, since these battles are so quick, I can try to do 2 battles in one video. That way the video is more 20 to 30 minutes instead of just, you know, like 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, let's look at the armies here. So this is Avatar Conquest. Both armies are Imperial forces, Imperial armies, you know, guns and stuff. So we got we have Broseph, who's leading this black and white army. That's his color scheme. And then on the other side, we have Dron, or D-Ron 74147. He is he's got a white and pinkish purple color scheme, so be sure to look for the flags in case you get confused who's killing who, because yeah, these Avatar battles can get a little messy with all the different colors and fancy, you know, elite veteran units. Also, look on the mini-map. On this side, these forces are blue. On the other side, these forces are red. So let's look at the army comps, and then we can get started with this fight. So let's start with this army right here. We'll begin the front line, which is mostly his guns. He's got some Royal Marines, and he has some French Marines. Over down here, he is bringing some Black Bear infantry. And the heart of his army is the Shogunate infantry. He's got about 3 units of this rifle infantry force. Down here, he is bringing some, let's see, he's got some Vermilion bird forces, and he does have some US Marines. So he's got Marines from France, the UK, and the US. And for his cav, or actually, he's got more infantry hiding in the trees. He's got some Katana Kachi, and he's got some cav over here. So about 2 units of the Yariki. So pretty cool. On the other flank, he's got another 2 units of Yariki just waiting in the tree line. He's obviously going to be pretty aggressive with that cav. In the secondary line, he's got about 3 units of Spear Levy. It's pretty safe to say that these guys are going to be cannon fodder, whether it be aggressive or defensively. They're going to be, you know, putting their lives on the line just to save the lives of the more elite troops. And here is his general. Of course, he's got the Parrot guns, and yeah, that's his army. Let's move on to the other army. He is bringing the Kyoto police. He has some Parrot guns as well. It's not a veteran unit though. For his infantry, he's got this unit that I've actually never seen before. And I don't know how to pronounce. I'm going to try though. The Kiatii? I don't know. But he's got 2 of them. And then he's got 1 unit of the Shogunate Guard infantry. He is bringing mostly White Tiger Force line infantry. But he does have some Vermilion bird forces and more White Tiger forces down here. He's got Matchlock Kachi for a couple guns, you know, for line infantry. Back here, he's got the Saber Cavalry, so about 2 units and 1 unit of the Boki. So a nice skirmishing cav, which can be helpful in these types of battles. Over down here, he has his general, for whatever reason, super far away. And I believe that is it for the army comp, so we can go ahead and get started with the bloody battle. Alright, so here we go. We are off. For now, let's enjoy some artillery shots here. I turned up the effects pretty loud. Oh yeah, incoming artillery. Here we go. I love the sound effects. I love the sound effects in this game. It's just beautiful. You can see the cannonballs being shot from the other side. Or was that the cannonballs landing over on that side? Oh, here we go. Where'd it go? Here it comes. Take cover. A couple of the crew here, the Levy spears are dying in a tragic way. Oh, more casualties there. Great shot, and now he's moving up his spear levy. All right, so let's zoom out, see what's going on. So I like the fact that he's not being super defensive. He's going to cross this river that's in the center. Unfortunately, I think this player is making a big mistake. He should at least push up to get to this. This is a slight hill which he could use against his opponent. The parent guns are just getting destroyed. Now remember, the other player, Broseph, his guns are veterans, so they probably have a little bit better accuracy, better stats, so they are able to take out the crew very quickly. I don't know if he's falling back or no, they shattered. They shattered. They're like, screw this, we're out of here. It's just too good. So they're falling back, and the cav is pushing on the flanks. We got the Yard Key pushing. In the center, of course, the line infantry moving forward. The general is probably going to stay close to the front line, keep his men inspired. And let's see. Okay, so we might get an interesting cav engagement over on this right flank in this perspective. Maybe we'll see. I mean, who knows what can happen. Shogun is such a fast pace. Your micro has to be spot on in this game. And maybe that's why I don't play it so much, because I prefer the more slower paced battles. And that's one of the reasons why I don't play Warhammer that much. It's just because it's so fast-paced. Now, I think it works a little bit better in Shogun 2 because of the time period. Not so much with the guns, though, like Fall of Samurai. I really wish the units were larger and the gunfights would go on for much longer, because they're just so epic. I just want to sit back and watch them all. So more and more guns headed down here. We will be doing slow motion once the, some intense combat starts. Oh, wait, was he firing here? No, that must have been fire from the other parrot guns. Yeah, constantly just... He shouldn't waste his ammo anymore on this unit. He should just go for the infantry back here. They're pretty clumped up there. All right, what is this? No, we actually have got some United States Marines on the other side as well. So we've got a bit of a civil war. I guess you could say like this is some Confederate forces that didn't give up or something. I don't know. Now we got the first shots over on this side. What do we have on this front? Oh, we got more United States Marines. So U.S. Marines are here to butcher each other in this forest. And they are taking some pretty heavy casualties. Not too bad, actually. But they're finally in range, and they're going to fire back. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. We also have the support of the Katana Kachi, who are going to continue to charge. Let's do slow motion, because we also have a cav charge going into some Yari Ki. No, wait, the Yari Ki's charging in. They're going after the sharpshooters who are in the front line, and they're going to continue to push to the U.S. Marines with the all-white uniforms. And now they're stuck in prolonged melee against these U.S. Marines. Over on the other side, the Marines are going to continue to fire back, stand back, continue to get more volleys. We do have reinforcements. No, that's the Katana Kachi. And now some Saber Cavs coming in to run down the Katana Kachi, who are trying to support their cav, taking on the U.S. Marines. So, I think so far this is in Brosev's favor, unless the other player, Drawn, I'm just going to call him Ron for now on. If he can send over some more troops to support this fight, we'll go back to normal speed, get rid of the HUD, where a lot of his Saber Cavs getting sniped out by the U.S. Marines. Now he's gonna return the favor, send up some more Saber Cav, and run down the U.S. Marines. Let's see what else is going on the battlefield. All right, the forces in the center have not met yet, so really the main focus is right here on this flank. And the U.S. Marines are going to stand their ground, take out their sabers, and take on the Saber Cav. Blood is squirting everywhere. I love the Shogun 2 blood effects. It's a little over the top, but that's the fun part of it. It works for Shogun 2. Alright, the Saber Cav once again are starting to really get depleted here, especially with the gun support. The U.S. Marines, though, able to hold their ground, and they're still taking care of some of this Katana Ki Cav, or Yari Ki Cav. So these guys, they're down to 43, originally having 100 in their regiment. But now we've got a charge of Katana Kachi. Oh, and they stand their ground, guys. They stand their ground. They're not going to give up this force just yet. Oh, hit some point blank. Nice. All right, well, we can continue. I can look on the minimap. No engagement in the center yet. So this main fight is still underway. This is not good for the U.S. Marines. You don't want this unit close in personal, up in close combat. Oh, but they are falling back. They're routing. And the U.S. Marines are now going to fall back as well. We do have some reserves over here. He's sending over some bird forces who are just trying to snipe them out. And here comes the general. The general is moving in, which is really risky. Oh, no. He's not going to engage. Okay, that's smart. doesn't want to do that. So the U.S. Marines, they're going to fall back. They took enough losses. They're down to 30 men. Look at some of them are just covered in blood. It looks like chocolate, though. Just covered in chocolate. Where'd you get all the chocolate, man? So bird forces are closing into the forest. The U.S. forces are still in here, I believe. But you can see the aftermath of this battle. Just complete carnage. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait, no, we got the bow key. They're in the circle formation, but it's not really paying off. Oh my god, they are just getting wiped out, evaporated. That, he should have just fallen back. He's got to do something about this flank. This is a big concern. So far, Broseph, this battle is going in his way, but he needs to try to retake this forest, or at least be aware of the flank. Make sure he doesn't give it up, because in these kind of line battles, positioning and outflanking is so important. I mean, really, in most Total War games, it's so important to outflank your opponent, but especially in this, with the guns and, you know, the gunpowder, and you can lose morale. So I believe the parrot gun used up all their ammo, and the crew is now charging forward towards the fight. They want a piece of that action. And now he's setting up some line infantry units over on his left flank. I think now that he's won the fight over here, he's going to really try to overextend his forces and cause some issues for his enemy, for his opponent. Shogunate infantry lining up. Let's see, are they in range? The range on these guys are actually pretty good. Oh wow, actually in the center they're in range. So the Black Bear infantry, the French Marines, and the British Marines firing up on this hill. And they're taking out some of this Kiati, I don't know how to pronounce it. But hopefully I won't have to pronounce it again, because they are getting evaporated. They're down to 18 men. They can't handle so much of the Marines there, so they're gonna fall back. Now the fight's really picking off here. Okay, let's do some slow-mo here. So he's charging up some spear levy, trying to take out the White Tiger force. And this is what I'm talking about. He's using his spear levy as a cannon fodder, and this is a really key tactic in Shogun 2. At least I think so, from the experience of playing Shogun 2. Having a couple cannon fodder units, especially in the Fall of Samurai DLC, they're very useful at just silencing guns, or even just focusing enemy guns on just killing a very cheap unit instead of focusing down your line infantry. So look at this. Now the guns are they're actually breaking. They're routing from the spear levy. He accomplished what he was trying to do, which is just try to get these guns firing at this unit instead of his line infantry. Now his line infantry can actually push up, which he's not pushing up just yet. But this is actually pretty impressive that he's actually able to get his spear levy to the front line without them breaking. So let's see if this unit can get up there. Let's see. Normal speed. Here comes the charge. Oh, I love the animations in this game. I love it so much. They do break, but they do get to the front lines, which is going to silence them for a little bit. Over on this side, more and more troops are pushing. Spear levy are breaking off the battlefield, but again, they did what they needed to do. United States Marines are now pushing on the flank. He's got some troops who returned from routing. He needs to get them back over to the front line, try to slow down that flank. On the center, he is victorious. The Shogunate Guard infantry trying to push them back, but they need to reform because they're about to experience the pain of line infantry. My goodness, look at all the shots coming in. Oh, and we got some Yariki trying to silence the Shogunate Guard infantry. So once again, well-timed charges from the infantry and cav. Even if they break, they're silencing them. They're not letting them set up and fire back with the line infantry. And the spear levy are now closing in as well. And they're gonna cut down some of the Shogunate Guard infantry back here. The cav is breaking. The Yariki is breaking, but again, they did what they needed to do. And we've got fresh line infantry over on this side. We've got French Marines who've barely seen action. Some Black Bear infantry. They've only lost 2 men so far in the fight. And this flank is a big issue for his forces that are up on the hill. So he's now turning some of his bird forces this way, getting ready for the charging spear levy. All right, let's see if they can get a volley here. Come on, fire, fire quickly. Break them, boys. Hold the line, hold the line. Oh, it's speared right in the chest. All right, so they are breaking, but, I mean, close behind is the line infantry. They're going to be able to shoot these guys up. Let's see what's going on. Oh, my God, the center. This is the final charge, guys. Everyone charging in because they can sense victory. The Black Bear infantry taking out their sabers, their katanas. Now we've got the Shogunate infantry pouring in, overwhelming the Shogunate infantry. And there's that beautiful charge. Fantastic charge. And then the flank has been completely wiped out. And again, we have Shogunate infantry just charging into melee. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be today's battle. The general is still in the fight. The general is going to make his last stand. Pistols are firing, trying to get some last-second kills. He's got the nice neon green uniform. Here comes a cav charge from the other general. So it's general v general, which is a little risky. But I think this battle's pretty much been decided, regardless on general deaths. Yeah, there's the Black Bear infantry closing in on that. There we go. All right, so the general, I assume he breaks there, and that's gonna wrap up the battle here today. So it was a pretty decisive victory. It says costly victory, but I mean, I think it says costly because he lost a lot of his cannon fodder units, but that's their job. That's what they're there for. So he did a great job. I love the fact that he was super aggressive. His artillery, even though he was winning the artillery battle, he moved up. Usually it's the other way around. He crossed the river. The player was very hesitant. He didn't make any decisions there. Instead, he just decided to stand on this hill and just get butchered. He lost the fight on the flank and never recovered from that. He didn't have anything trying to fight for that flank, and once that flank was lost, then Brosov was able to send forces, attack the main center line, and they just broke so quickly because of the flank being lost, and the units are just so vulnerable after the loss of the flank. So let's look at the results here, and I think we're gonna go to a loading screen, so I'm just gonna cut this out. Oh, and look at this. I was Brosov. No, I'm just kidding. This is a Shogun 2 little glitch thing. When I put in a replay, it puts my logo for the player who sent it in. He did an excellent job. He deployed about 1,400 men and lost about 7. So he lost about half his army, but again, about half his army was cannon fodder. And he killed 1,229. His opponent, he actually had 20 more men, but unfortunately he just didn't have enough to hold the line, and his army broke. So we can look at the statistics, and here you have it. See who got the most kills. The U.S. Marines getting 195. Then the Royal Marines are second. Where were the French Marines? Right here, 92. So all the Marine units did an excellent job. Then we got the Shogunate infantry getting 113. And some Vermilion Bird forces, 111. So cool stuff there. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and I hope you enjoyed the Shogun 2 online battles. Again, if you have any replays, don't be afraid to send them my way. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course, subscribe for more epic battles. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.